ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान मन्नुतिमिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बुज वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं प्रिया सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादः शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं भाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तिः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे श्वकतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा वैवाहुरपरो हरिः अमाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पार्टिसिपेट सूत्र सर्वत्र प्रसिद्धोपदेशा विवक्षितगुणोपपत्तेश्च अनुपपत्तेस्तु न शारीरः कर्म कर्तृव्यपदेशाच्च शब्द विशेषा स्मृतेश्च अर्पकोकस्तावत् तद्व्यपदेशाच्च न इति चेत् न निशायत्वात् एवं व्योमवच्च संभोगप्राप्तिरिति चेत् न वैशेष्यात् हत्ताचराचरग्रहणा प्रकरणाच्च गुहां प्रविष्टावात्मानो हि तद्दर्शनात् विशेषणाच्च अंतरोपपत्तेः 106 य एष वक्षिणी पुरुषो दृश्यते एष आत्मा इति होवाच एतदमृतमभयम् एतद्ब्रह्मेति तद्यद्यपि अस्मिन् सर्पे वा उदकं वा सिञ्चते वर्त्मनि एव गच्छति इत्यादि श्रूयते तत्र संशयः किमयं प्रतिबिम्बात्माक्षदिकरणः किमयं प्रतिबिम्ब आत्मा अक्षी अधिकरणः निर्दिश्यते अथवा विज्ञानात्मा उत देवता आत्मेन्द्रियस्याधिष्ठाता अथवा ईश्वर इति किं तावत् प्राप्तम् छायात्मा पुरुष प्रतिरूप इति कुतः तस्य दृश्यमानत्व प्रसिद्धेः य एष वक्षिणी पुरुषो दृश्यते इति च प्रसिद्धवदुपदेशात् विज्ञानात्मनो वायं निर्देशयति युक्तम् स हि चक्षुषा रूपं पश्यन् चक्षुषी सन्निहितो भवति आत्मशब्दः च अस्मिन् पक्षे अनुकूलो भवति आदित्यपुरुषो वा चक्षुषोऽनुग्राहकः प्रतीयते रश्मिभिः ईशोऽस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठितः इति श्रुतेः अमृतत्वादीनां च देवतात्मन्यपि कथञ्चित् सम्भवात् नेश्वरः स्थानविशेषनिर्देशात् इत्येवं प्राप्ते ब्रूमः परमेश्वर एव क्षिणी अभ्यन्तरः पुरुषः इहोपदिष्ट इति कस्मात् उपपत्तेः उपपद्यते हि परमेश्वरे गुणजातं योपदिश्यमानम् आत्मत्वतावन्मुख्यया वृत्त्या परमेश्वरोपपद्यते स आत्मा तत्त्वमसीति श्रुतेः अमृतत्वाभयत्वेष तस्मिन् असकृत्श्रुतौ श्रूयेते तथा परमेश्वरानुरूपम् एतदक्षिस्थानम् तथा परमेश्वरानुरूपम् एतद् अक्षिस्थानम् यथा हि परमेश्वरः सर्वदोषैः अलिप्तः अपहत्पाप्मत्वादिश्रवणात् तथाक्षिस्थानम् सर्वलेपरहितम् उपदिष्टम् तद्यद्यपि अस्मिन् सर्पे वा उदकं वा तिञ्चति वर्त्मनि एव गच्छति इति श्रुतेः संयद्वामत्वादिगुणोपदेशश्च तस्मिन्नवकल्पते एतं संयद्वाम् इत्याचक्षते एतं हि सर्वाणि वामानि अभिसंयन्ति एषु एव वामनीरेष हि सर्वाणि वामानि नयति एषु एव भामनीरेष हि सर्वेषु लोकेषु भाति इति च अतः उपपत्तेरनन्तरः परमेश्वरः We are going to see now this new adhikaran and this is fourth adhikaran in this second path and 45th sutra is there, and in this it is sutra number 13 sutra, and this 13th sutra is called Antara Upapattehe. Antara Upapattehe. So let us see what is the general introduction of the adhikaran. So this adhikaran is called Antaradhikaran. Antaradhikaran. There is one more adhikaran. If you see, check. That is antah. First word of the sutra is antah dharmopadeshat. And therefore that adhikaran is called antaradhikaran. But this adhikaran is not antaradhikaran. This is antaradhikaran. So this adhikaran is called, and when person can't listen, he loses interest in after some time. Huh? No, already he's sitting now. This adhikaran is called antaradhikaran, not antaradhikaran. Tomorrow onwards it should not be there. Either it should be perfect or you should close it. It disturbs me because some picture is there, a person is not able to listen. It disturbs. Last day or yesterday it is happening. You are not attending it. So this adhikaran consists of 5 sutras. And this sutra is from 13th to 17th. Five sutras are from 13 to 17 sutras are there. And this is based on Chandogya Upanishad. Again, 4th chapter, 15th section and first mantra. 4.15.1. Four point 15.1. And in that 4.15.1, what is the topic there? There the topic is of Saguna Brahmopasana. And in that Saguna Brahmopasana or Ishvarupasana or Guna Vishishta Ishvarupasana, this particular upasana, like that, was known as Shandilya Vidya, 14th section. It was known as Shandilya Vidya. This is known as Upkosal Vidya. Upkosal Vidya. Why it is called Upkosal Vidya? Because here the student's name is Upkosala. There is a student whose name is Upkosala. So Upkosal Vidya means Ishvara Upasana. So although it is not very much needed to know the whole story, how this mantra came, not urgent, but you should listen. You will know the background of how it all came. So in this Upkosal Vidya, the student's name is Upkosala and the teacher's name is Satyakama Jabala. Satyakam Jabala. And he is giving this Ishvara Upasana to Upkosala. Satyakam Jabala is giving this Ishvara Upasana to Upkosala. So there's a story mentioned in this particular. So Upkosal Vidya is from 10th to 15th section of 4th chapter. 10th to 15th section of 4th chapter. So the background is like that the student Upkosal has gone to Gurukul to study from his teacher. The Satyakam Jabala was a famous teacher, and lot of students were going to study. And he was a Grahastha Guru. So when he went, because he was Grahastha, therefore a lot of Vedic rituals were held in his ashram. And Vedic fire also had to be maintained. Vedic fire, because rituals requires. Are you hearing? You are not able to hear. Nothing you are able to hear. Properly is not hearing. Okay. And he has also a sit. Close it. What you all did? How long we took? How long we tested? Huh? For some long time you have to see, then only you can talk. Here, the student Upkosala, remove this in front of his. He goes to his teacher, whose name was Satyakam Jabala. So there the lot of students were given different sevas. The Gurukul, somebody is given the seva of cleaning the ashram, somebody is given the seva of tending the cows, somebody's seva was in the kitchen. His seva, depending what is the situation. Therefore, every ashram has different ways, different rules, different sevas. And as a brahmachari he went. So his seva was to maintain Agni, not conduct a ritual. He didn't know. But his seva was to maintain the fire everywhere. A lot of fires were there. So he had to maintain or tend to that fire. Different names. Garepat Agni is there. Then Ahvani Agni is there. So this is the one of the work of the brahmachari, those who enter the ashram. So he very nicely did the job. Whatever job he was given, he did it very well. I mean, he was very surrendered kind of student. To the teacher, he really surrendered, and whatever job a teacher has given, he did it very meticulously and very religiously he performed it. And therefore one thing happened. that Agni Devata was very happy on him. Teacher was happy, we'll see later on or not. But Agni Devata was very happy. So this Satyakam Jabala, he did something peculiar. So he taught all the students very well. And they completed the course. And they went out also. But this Upkosala was not taught properly. So his course remained uncompleted. He had incomplete course. Although he was also doing his seva very well, but he was not taught completely, and other students were taught very completely. Okay. So there was a valedictory function was there. So valedictory function, they were going back home after the teaching was over. So in the list of valedictory function students who were to go home, his name was missing. Whose name? Upkosal's name is missing. That means he was not to go back to home, and he had to study, remaining with the teacher. So Upkosal was happy also, a little sad also. Sad that his course was not completed and teacher didn't teach him that much. But he was happy that all the students have gone. Now I'll get exclusive attention. But new thing happened. And all the students went away. So teacher went for a pilgrimage. This upset him. He was not upset with the teacher. He was not upset or hating the teacher. But he was saying, why I am not able to get the knowledge? And that day pilgrimage means few months. Pilgrimage was on feet. So there was no that you will design program that you will come on this time at that time. Challenge in Gurukul is that you cannot have your fixed program too much. It all depends on the teacher now. And he was supposed to wait. And there was no definite program when his teacher will come now. See the challenge. Faith is tested too much. Indication he should have not gone back also. And if he has to stay, Guruji was not there. But he continued staying. He said, okay, when I have come for the knowledge, I will take and then only go. Any amount of time I may take. But this Guru will definitely come because he's a Grahas Guru. His wife was there. His wife. Whose wife? Satyakam Jagala's wife was there. Not his wife. He is not married still. His boy, Upkosal. So this way he was staying there. But he was not angry with the teacher. But he was feeling that, why I am not getting the knowledge? This restlessness was there. Therefore, he was upset. So he started some upvas. He started some kind of fasting to face and he started praying that I should get that knowledge, facilitate his teaching. Okay, he thought there is some sin in me which is avoiding me from getting the knowledge. So he blamed himself, not the teacher. It's the emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is neither he asked the teacher, when will you come back? I'm waiting. You came, it's your problem. If you don't want knowledge, go back. I will give the knowledge when I want. And Gurudev went to Tapovan Maharaj. Nobody was there as a student. Only Tapovan Maharaj and Gurudev were there. So Tapovan Maharaj told to Gurudev that I'll take classes. And first class will be on Panchdashi. You know that Tapovan Koti veranda was there. So in Shivananda Ashram, schedule was there, more classes from 9 to 10, satsang from 5 to 6. He said, what time? He said, no time. Just be around. I'll call you. Be around. I'm not saying hang around. He said, be around. I'll call you. I'll not call you many times. If you don't come, then you go back. Tapovan was very, very strict teacher. So here also, this Satyakama did not tell him when he is coming. 1 month, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Pilgrimage was for many months earlier. Not an organized pilgrimage was there. This is another test for him. But he didn't blame the teacher. He didn't say also, he didn't tell me. Because once you blame the teacher, your faith goes away. And when your faith goes away, your whole teaching will fall away. Whole teaching goes away. Yesterday I was telling that Sita ji was sad but not angry on Ramji, if you remember. Her faith had not gone on Ramji. She thought whatever he has done must be some good. Therefore this boy thought, although teacher has left me, but there must be some good for me in this living also. He didn't put his mind why, when, what is his, nothing about it. He thought, I'll surrender to him, whatever he will say, I'll do it. And so there was an extra surrender required, more than other students. More faith was required. Because he was not getting the attention from the teacher. Teacher was not talking to him like he was talking to other students. Although he was a very good student. So when such unconducive things come, you need more faith, more surrender, more patience, more tapasya. He didn't give up. He didn't feel my teacher is faulty or he is partial or Mavid Vishavahi. Hatred didn't erupt in his heart. He thought it must be of some sins of my past, because of which I did not get that knowledge. Okay. This is how they studied. Then Guru's wife was there. his wife, Satyakama's wife. He said, why you are not eating? Why you are not eating? He said, my mind is not happy. I was not taught properly. And therefore I am less sad. Because I am the only one left. And then he goes to his room. And all Agni still he used to do. You have to maintain the Agni. Seva was to maintain the Agni. So don't put your own program and agenda in the Gurukul. When you come to the teacher, don't put your own program. I don't know whether you know or not, in Uttarakashi, there was Swami Dhyananandji. Anybody has not seen him, no? So he was Brahmachari Gopinath Chaitanya. So I used to go to Uttarakashi from 1997-98. I used to sit with him. Senior person, very old. So it is good to learn something from. He said, when I came to the ashram, all of you have gone to Uttarakashi. Manna mein kya hua? Acha. So he said, when I came to the ashram, it was in a dilapidated state. New building was not there. New one, you have not seen new building. Seen new building. Old building you are still, or new building? Old building. New one is also there. Old building was there. A whole ashram was in a shabby state. So first thing is to renovate it and reconstruct certain things. Hilly area. It is 35 years back. Bricks were not proper, cement was not there, wooden work was not there, carpenter was not kept. Whole day went on chasing this person, chasing that person, getting the bricks, getting the fire, getting the cement. Then he got fed up one day. Because chasing they were not coming, and whole day went in phoning this person, phoning that. A lone person. Whole ashram lone, one person. Kitchen staff, 1, 2, coming, going, we don't know. So he wrote to Gurudev that I am not able to do my jap. I am not able to do any sadhana properly. Because these people don't respond and ashram is so big. And hills are there, so the hills move, so the things crack faster there. The walls crack faster because the hill goes up and down here. After that, Gurudev wrote a letter to him, which he showed me. He had a lot of love for me. That was my fortune. So he used to call me in his room and tell everything. So he used to open his letter files. And Gurudev wrote back to him to take care of the ashram and to see that it is fit for future people to come is bigger sadhana than jap, puja and meditation. Got my point. Surrender to God and my wish. So when you come in the ashram, there is only one Devata. What I have understood is the teacher only. His wish is my puja. His wish is my jap. What I have understood. I got so happy when he told that letter and point. very contented, very strict disciplinarian. I used to scold a lot of people, but there is a lot to learn from these people, When you go out, try to absorb what I can get a message from him. So Gurudev handwritten to serve the ashram and to, see that it is fit for all the people is the biggest sadhana, biggest. And then he started working and he got whole ashram ready. All those rooms which you were staying in, I stayed, was not in that condition. It is his contribution. More than 25 years, I think 25, 30 years he stayed. And from August onward, it is raining badly. So camps, etc. are only from April to June. October is very cold, October, November, till March, it snows somewhere. An lone person. This kitchen staff also runs away. Sometimes light is not there, heater is not there. So stay itself is a big tapasya. And now that Swamiji is there, whom you must have seen, you remember that? Who? Devatmananda. Very nice person he is. Devatmananda. Very lovely person. Always comes and sits on my feet. I said, what if you sit on the chair? I was in Dehradun. He heard I'm here. He came back. He was going from Haridwar. He said, I have to see you. I said, what you do whole day? There is no class there. There are no people there. He said, no, camp is there. When camp is there, we have camp. And you all should learn. And I also get inspiration from it. He said, there is one school. I go and teach there, the Gita, etc. In that particular school, I take 1 hour class there. No other classes. Guruji said, go for 2 years. Now it is 9 years. I said, do one thing. Take some vacation and come to South Africa. I'll call you, I'll give you all the ticket, etc. You have passport? He said, Swarupanand told me, don't make passport, otherwise you'll run away. Same joy on his face. Nobody is there. You have seen that place, rugged place. You have to run after construction worker. You have to run after, what is it called? Because ashram is big. Electrical problem, plumbing problem, cleanliness is not there. Kitchen staff went away. Tomorrow is the camp. Today kitchen staff is not there. He is making the food. Much to learn. He had, along with, from kitchen dog camp started. He said, can I get 2 ladies from the group? Kitchen staff will come tomorrow. So 2 ladies from the camp or 1 lady, and he is cooking in the kitchen. All these things touches me. It is bigger than hundreds of japs and hundreds of pujas. Surrendering ahankar is most difficult. You have seen him, no? You can see the cheerfulness that he has. He came in the evening also to have dinner. So I went to see him. I said, you come in the evening. So he came. He said, yes, even if you have not called, I would have come. I like this kind of freedom in the mind, openness of the mind. No complaints, no that why I am here, why I am posted here. There is no classes, nobody talks to me. I have to do construction work. I have to maintain the ashram. Why CCMT gives the money? He said, okay, this much money I am giving because you can't collect fund there. He said, I'm giving 2 lakh, 3 lakh. This is the project. You have to get it done. He said, okay, I'll do it. I'm not far. He drives also. He'll drive to Haridwar to get a particular cement person in there. It's not easy. No? One ashram is not easy to maintain. And that too in a very raining and all these rain. And India rain, you know, there's torrential rains in the hills. Torrential rains are there. Terrible rains. Efficiency is not there. Phone line is not working. There are 10 problems. Wi-Fi to forget about. Sometimes Wi-Fi is not working. He's insisting you should come for a camp. One camp is due for you. I said yes. But what I liked about it, that you all should learn and always emulate certain things. Whatever seva comes to you, it can be of running around, it can be of sitting quietly. Do seva. That is bigger sadhana than your hundreds of puja, hundreds of jap, hundreds of meditations. Follow the words of Gurudev, follow the words of teacher. This is what I have learnt. Okay. He didn't say, you are there and, that brahmachari is there and his, some classmates are there in very good cities. They are very well established. And they have a lot of good name. They are popular. Lot of people are with nothing. Or I have to do the work here. I have to run the kitchen here. I have to do the construction work here. Nobody to help me. Nothing. Somehow I have a lot of love for surrender. Therefore, it's 2 I have seen in this country. More are there in the mission. But because you know this, therefore I took his name. There are more also. There is Swami Amiyanand is there. He is in Odisha. Bhavani Patnam is a place. I was a brahmachari. So he heard I talk on Bhagavad well, so he called me in 2002. He was a Swami at that time. I was a brahmachari. You won't believe, he himself went from door to door with a flyer to distribute flyer for my yagna. He, Swamiji, not knowing me, just knowing that he speaks on Bhagavad, he distributed flyer door to door. And he was getting one ashram built. It was 1/4 built. I went, he said, we don't have a very proper place to stay. I said, never mind, what is it matter? Well, we don't have a very good bathroom and all. I said, Bhagavad is mean, what does it matter? You need a small place to take bath. What big requirement is there? He touched my heart. Anywhere I went, he said, no, you should be. I said, you are Swami. He said, no, Aarti, do for him. He took where the ashram was there. Ashram was being under construction. After 2 years it was built. 2004 ashram was built. Whole ashram got ready. Only by his effort. Mainly by his effort. Somebody has to take a lead. And he took a lead. Lead means understand, no? Run around. And all in Gurudev's name, Gurudev's ashram is there. So I went to Guruji after that in Calcutta. He said, what, you went to Bhavani Patnam? I said, you went Swami Amiyanand? I said, yes. He said, you organize your Bhagavad well? I said, yes, very well organized. Then Guruji complimented. But he said, no jealousy he has. He has no competition, no jealousy. I was very junior. So this conference he met me. And he scolded. He said, "You don't come there. It's very bad of you." I said, "No, well, you don't inform me also when you are coming." I said, "I'll come. Give me phone." I'm just giving few examples. So in your ashram life, don't have your own sankalp. And if you have sankalp, offer it to the teacher, offer it. Once I wanted to go to Uttarkashi for my sadhana. I wanted to be all alone. So I went to Guruji. I said, "I want to go to Uttarkashi." He said, "How long?" I said, "How long you said? If you say no, I won't go also." He said, "Go for 1 month. And come back." I said, "Okay." I went there 1 month. And one day I called in Bombay. He said, "Come back in Bombay only." So I went back to Bombay. Joy of ashram life is only when your mind is tuned to the teacher. Okay? Not your own agendas. So coming back to the Upkosal. This was by the way. By the way. So what? Don't have your own mind. You will suffer a lot. So he went to his room. I told you he didn't go back to his home out of frustration or he went to other teacher. But this teacher is not teaching and he has gone to pilgrimage indefinitely. I don't know when he will come. After coming he will teach or not, I don't know. His attitude towards me is like that. I have unflinching faith. I'll live with him, I'll die with him. Whether he gives me attention or not, I don't bother for that. This firmness was there in Upkosala. Jalam lagar, janam koti lagar ragar hamari, varao sambonat raho kumari. Now because of his commitment to his teacher and because of his seva of the Agni, I don't know, he went to his room, he was upset. So he went to his room when he was tending the Agni. Where all Agnis were. So he has put all, he had to maintain fire. So with a lot of Shraddha he was maintaining fire. Then something mysterious happened. Agni Devta came. Dekho, the fruit of commitment is very big. Then Agni Devta came in the form of Garepatya Agni. So 3-4 Agni Devta came. Ahvani Agni, Garepatya Agni. And they asked, "Bhai, Upkosal, what is the problem?" He said, "You are Agni, you know, Sakshi of all, you must be knowing. I am not able to get the teaching. And Guru also has not left. So I hope he will come back and teach me." So Agni said, "I will teach you." So these teachings were given, one Upasana Agni gave. It was called Nityanand Roop Ishwaro Upasana. Well, where is written? All this is in Upanishad. I told you, 10 to 15 section. You can go and read if you want. Oh, in that Tapangudi is not. Tapangudi is not a part of the Upanishad. I am giving by the way also. So there, tube light. So there, this. So this Agni, very nice stories are there. I don't you like or not, I like all these stories a lot. These ancient stories about a student, Gurukul, it has always attracted my attention. Student going, surrendering, sitting at the feet of the teacher, pressing his feet, worshipping. It has always caught my attention. So Agni gave the knowledge. Give the Upasana. Name was Nityanand Roop Ishwaro Upasana. Nityanand, at least this you remember. Nityanand. This is not Swamiji's name. This is the name of the Upasana. Nityanand Roop Ishwaro Upasana. Just for your reference, you send all the audio to Abhijit, okay? I don't know you are sending or not daily. I doubt yours. Huh? No, but yesterday he is not able to get. You have sent it. Or yesterday, day before, no. No, I think he is not able to hear properly. That is not clear. Video is clear. Audio is something wrong, and you should experiment for longer hour. 2-3 minutes you don't understand. When I start talk for a long time, link is missing in between. Anyway, Nityanand Rupanand Upasana, and very famous line is there, Prano Brahma, Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma. Prano Brahma, you can search where is it in the Upanishad. Oh, easy work you do, difficult I do. No, this is not easy. So, Prano Brahma, Kam Brahma, Kham Brahma. So, Gare Pati Agni, Avani Agni Upasana, all etc. We are taught by this. Fire, so Agni is also Devata. You remember that Sita ji, Agni Devata brought Sita ji. So, Agni is a Devata. Okay. Having completed all these upasanas, so still some upasanas were remaining. Agni said, "Bhai, I won't teach everything." Well, why? Well, your guru is Satyakam Jawala. Everybody's guru, Bhagwan, is fixed. You don't disturb God's planning. He said, your guru, I am not your guru. Because you have done a lot of good work and good seva for Agni. Therefore I came, because you were sad that you got some knowledge. Now rest will be taught by Satyakam Jawala. So temporarily I gave you some relief. Because you have served me. But really you have to learn from your guru only. He alone is your guru. And I am happy with seeing your nishtha towards your guru, that even when you are neglected also, then also you, this is not written in this portion, that I am happy. But this is written that next portion guru will take. But Agni was happy because even though he was not taught, he was neglected among all students, but he didn't leave that teaching. Faith was still maintained. And he said, why don't you will teach? He said, no. Acharyad ev vidita vidya sadishtham prapat. That knowledge which has come from the teacher directly, from his mouth which has come, that alone will be beneficial for you. You need primary source of teaching, not secondary, third source, from the book, from any other thing. You need a first-hand teaching. What is written in the books may help, but not as directly as. And only God has sent that only for you. That teacher has been sent specifically for you. If you remember, one day I said that Bhagwan gave his paduka to Bharatji. Remember that? And one line I said, who will be the paduka in your life, God will decide. Whom you have to serve, that you won't decide. Then God will decide. I had to serve Durban Ashram, God will decide. I had to serve in the temple and do puja, then God will decide. If it was Ganeshji's mandir, I would have served Ganesh. Supposing it was Ganeshji's temple. Then I would have chanted 100 times Athar Sheersh every day. 100 times they have chanted, yes. Because whose puja I have to do, God will decide. Maybe I had inclination to do puja for Shivji, therefore. When I went to Uttarkashi, I used to say, get water from this 10 dravyas were not there. Where you get in Uttarkashi? So I said, Ganges water. So from the water, I used only Ganges water, Abhishek. This. So he said, Agni said, that he will complete all the teachings and he will give the phal of the upasana also. Don't worry. There is a rule. If you have a total faith, not cracked faith. Cracked faith doesn't work. But I like this thing about you, not that. No, when you accept totally. 50-50 doesn't work here. Cracked faith doesn't work. Like you accept your mother totally and father totally, accept. He said Satyakama will come back and he will teach you. So Satyakama came back. Jawar. So he said, hey, come here. To whom? Upakosala. He said, you have quite an extra tej on your face. So your Brahma Varchas is there. You are shining. What happened? How come you have more brilliancy on your face? This is the result of upasana that he did. So from the face you can make out who is upasak. So Ramakanda used to say, no, that I can, from the face I can see which mantra you are doing jap. My God. This is too much. He told the whole story. That I was sat there, Guru Mata asked me, I have not eaten. Then I came in my room and I was sitting. Then Agni Devata came. Agni Devata comes, don't get surprised. And he gave this knowledge. But he did not give complete knowledge. Agni Devata gave incomplete knowledge. So he said, Guruji said, why? Why he give incomplete knowledge? He said, no. He said, rest of the knowledge you will give me. He said, yes. Now it's your time is back. Everybody has his own time. And I will give you specifically what I have not given to anybody. I will give you Ishvara Upasana. And this is given in the 15th section. And this Ishvara Upasana, which Satyakama gave, not Nityananda Ishvara Upasana. Who gave? Agni Devata gave. Follow the story properly. Only Brahma Sutra is very good, lot of stories. No, this story is not in Brahma Sutra. This story is in the Chandogya Upanishad. Brahma Sutra is assumed. But what it has to do with that? Because that mantra which is coming is related here. Therefore I am telling that story. Okay, good. Tell the stories only, not the Brahma Sutra. So this is in 15th section. And then Satyakama told to Upakosala. He said that Ishwar is endowed with two virtues. I'm just giving a brief summary. He is Sarva Karma Phal Data. He is Sarva Karma Phal Data. And his name is Vamanihi. Don't forget. Vamanihi, not Vaman. So first virtue, he is the giver of all the fruits of action. Sarva karma phaldata. And second glory is he sarvarth prakashakah. He is the illuminator of whole world. Sarva karma phaldata. And second is sarvarth prakashakah. And this name is called Bhamanihi. Earlier was Vamanihi. And this is Bhamanihi. Okay. Vamanihi. So first is Vamanihi, other is Bhamanihi. So what you want to say? So Vamanitva, Bhamanitva, Gun Vishisht Ishvaro Upasana. Again say slowly say. Vamanitva, Bhamanitva, Gun Vishisht Ishvaro Upasana. Again. Vamanitva, Bhamanitva. First you said va. Vamanitva, Bhamanitva, bha. Pa. And that was yarra la va. Vamanitva and Bhamanitva. Gun Vishisht Ishvara Upasana is given in 15th section by Satyakama Javala. Oh, thank God he got the knowledge. Poor boy. No, not poor boy. Don't have sympathy. It's not that yesterday morning I came, today I want the knowledge. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. In the ashram. No work. Some menial work is. And through that menial work, they used to win the teacher's heart. Like Agni he got, no? He propitiated Agni. Simple work of putting fire here and there. He didn't mummy, that is not there. Now for Upasana, location is required. Location. Like Shaligram, you see Vishnuji is on Shaligram. Shivji is in Shivling. So Satyakama told to Upakosala that this Upasana should be done in your right eyes. Dakshina Akshi Purushaha. You meditate on this Ishwar. This is called Adhyatma Upasana. On your body, you are meditating on the Ishwar. Okay. And now if you open, this is called Saguna Upasana, if you open Chandogya 4.15.1, although it is given in the Bhasha, but I want you should open Chandogya also. This way you will get more. 4.15, 4 chapter, 15 section. Got it? In that 15th section, if you see, yaha esha akshani purusha drishyate. Got it? This is the Vishayavakya on which this Adhikaran is there. Oh, yes. Good you told the story. So, ya esha akshani purusha drishyate. So, this is the statement of Satyabala. And he's saying Ishwar is there in your right eyes. It doesn't mean Ishwar is right eye. This right eye is the locus to do Upasana. And this Paramatma is called Brahma, which has immortal features, which is called Amritam, Abhayam, Brahma. It doesn't affect by Pap Punya. Okay. Understood. But what is the problem that this sutra has to be there? That we will see tomorrow. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।